Hello, I'm Cara Sevens and welcome to Sign 7 News, bringing you the latest stories from the last week in the sign and wide format print industries. This week, Elton John LGBT-QR Codes raise money for Pride. Soyang Europe announces acquisition of Josero. CSDPrint talks post-pandemic surge in sales. And William Smith invests in training. First, the Elton John AIDS Foundation, out-of-home company Clear Channel, and advertising firm Ogilvy UK have partnered to turn digital out-of-home screens into charitable donation points. Debuting worldwide during Pride 2022, an image of Sir Elton John has been transformed into an LGBT-QR code, which will appear across European cities and alongside Pride March routes throughout the summer. Next. Manufacturer and distributor of digitally printed super wide format media, Soyang Europe, has acquired Josero in an undisclosed deal, which was completed on Friday, May 27th. Now able to provide both hardware from manufacturers such as Agfa, Ricoh, Mamaki and Fujifilm, and media solutions up to 5 meters in width, the collaboration will allow both brands to offer more to the industry. Now, with over 30 years' experience in the large format print sector, CSDPrint offers a range of services currently experiencing surges in popularity thanks to the demand for exhibition signage and promotional print. With investments made in new machinery and expansion plans now coming to fruition, we spoke to Gail Harrison, director at the company, about CSD's recent success.
Yeah, so we started 35 years ago, in this May, and we started with screen printers with one flatbed screen print, and we've grown since then. We've moved on in the screen print before digital, and then bought a reel-to-reel and used it to print films, realised from there that we could print posters, and started offering a small offering of digital but still kept the screen, bought another roll-to-roll, and moved on from there, and then moved to larger premises, still took the screen with us, went down to the sign show one day to buy another reel-to-reel, and came back up the M1 with a flatbed. And really, we've never looked back. It's been the making of the business. We've seen quite a difference. It's felt over the last 2 years, even though we've sort of had little surges in recovery, and then we've felt it's dropped off again. I do really feel that from January this year, it's a lot more stable. The inquiries that are coming in for exhibitions, be it little exhibitions to quite large ones, from pop-up stands to full bills. And the construction industry has really taken an upturn. We also do quite a lot in education, and I think they probably feel that the walls and the signage has been a little bit drab over COVID, and people want to cheer themselves up. So yeah, it's really a lot more stable than it ever was over the last 2 years. Yeah, well, anybody wanting to stand at an exhibition really wants it to be big and bold, and I always, sort of my mantra is, we don't print anything smaller than A3. I mean, it's endless really what you can do. We do try to be really reactive. Some of the industries we work in, so the car industry, are very reactive, and we regularly get calls saying, we need to get a campaign out there. And there's a bank holiday coming up, and because of the machinery that we've got, we can be reactive. Some materials have gone up 46% since last October, and it's sort of the type of materials that really there's not always a replacement for. I was only saying earlier that, our carbon footprints purely through technologies, changed drastically from 35 years ago, when we used to have to travel into the city and pick artwork up on lay sheets and then return back and get films. And so none of that happens. I think people sometimes forget that carbon footprint sort of disappeared. So, that's helped. But there are so many sustainable materials out there now, and we do try and offer them wherever we can. There again, cost is a challenge because they tend to be more expensive, but it's changing practically day by day. As suppliers come in and sit and see me, and the first thing they want to offer is our sustainable materials. We're doing our best to use sustainable materials. We really want to expand. We want to be where we were before the pandemic. And yeah, let's just keep on printing.
And finally, specialist in sign, graphics and interiors, William Smith, has expanded on its successful training academy. In order to meet the demand for architectural films and vehicle wrapping, the company has brought 2022 European wrap master Mike Zwiecki and industry expert John Rain on board to grow the brand and develop new courses for the academy. That's all for this week's Sign 7 news, but for now you can stay up to date with all the news in the industry at signlink.co.uk. View much more video content over on our Sign 7 News YouTube channel, or join in with the conversation on Twitter and LinkedIn. We'll see you next week.